Bill McCoy.
Marsha McCoy.
And we are in the same class. We came to Pasadena College in 1972 and graduated from Point Loma College in 1976.
We did not know each other coming into the college. We met in an invertebrate zoology class.
She asked me one day to identify an invertebrate animal underneath the microscope, probably a planaria.
And I asked to see his drawings because he could draw better than me.
And the rest is history.
I think PLNU shaped me just by giving me a place to grow up, to mature. I loved school. I loved this location. I had wonderful professors. We had the world's best chaplain in Reuben Welch. And so it was just a really good time to deepen my walk with the Lord.
I didn't sense a clear direction at that point. I wanted to get through school. I was mostly a student, and I thought I was going to be an American doctor. It was after medical school that I really sensed a call to missions.
All the time I was growing up, I think I felt a willingness to be a missionary. Never a specific call, but a willingness that if that's what the Lord wanted me to do, that was what I wanted to do, so that when Bill felt like God was calling him to be a medical missionary, that I had already settled that issue and felt called.
Those early months, I was completely overwhelmed. American medicine, I was pretty comfortable with. 100 outpatients and 75 inpatients, all desperately sick. Me and all my limitations, unable to help so many of them. Felt that I had made a huge mistake, and that I couldn't do it any longer. I actually turned around and walked away from the children's ward where all those sick kids were. I was ashamed of myself, and before I went to the house with full intention of quitting, I needed to go to the bathroom, and my urine was brown, and my eyes were deep yellow, and I went over to the lab and I had them test my blood, and I had hepatitis. And I went home whining and complaining, and the Lord spoke to my heart. This never was about my adequacy. All the time I was in America doing my thing, whether college or medical school or training beyond that, God had been shouldering the burden of Africa. And God said, yeah, it is too much for you, but it's not too much for me. I have always seen, I have always heard, I have always known, and I am the only Savior and Redeemer for Africa, and yet you're invited. That set me free, and that allowed me to return to the bedside. I'm excited about the new science facilities, and it is time or past time for us to build the right facility. But it doesn't end with the right facility. What my real heart's desire for this place is that we have a first-rate science program in context of this faith community, because we are more than science, and we all know that. And so I'm excited that we have a strong science program in a community of faith, and I think that that is what will impact our world.